September 8, 2022, a date that marked the end of an era. Queen Elizabeth II, the longest-reigning monarch in British history, passed away, sending ripples across the globe. For Canada, a constitutional monarchy and a key member of the Commonwealth, her death wasn't just a distant news story. It was a profound moment that would set in motion a series of changes, some immediate, some gradual, that we are still navigating today, here in 2025. So, what exactly has changed in Canada since we said goodbye to the Queen? Let's take a look. The most immediate and symbolic change, of course, was the succession. The moment the Queen passed, her son became King Charles III. In Canada, this happened automatically. No parliamentary vote, no debate. That's how our system works. The new king was proclaimed King of Canada by the Privy Council in a ceremony at Rideau Hall, just days after his mother's death. This was a powerful reminder of our constitutional ties. For most of us, the first tangible thing we noticed was the money. Remember all those coins and the $20 bill with the Queen's face? Well, the Royal Canadian Mint began the slow process of updating our currency. The first coins featuring King Charles started appearing in circulation in late 2023. It was a gradual rollout, and even today, in 2025, it's not uncommon to get a handful of change with both monarchs. It's like holding a piece of history in your hand. The new $20 bill is expected later this year, and it's a huge undertaking. Designing, testing, and printing new currency takes time and a lot of security. Then came the legal and governmental shifts. The name of the courts changed. What was once the Court of Queen's Bench became the Court of King's Bench. Legal? Proceedings that were the Queen versus ... double quotes are now the King versus ... Lawyers who held the title of Queen's Counsel, or QC, automatically became King's Counsel. KC, these might seem like small details, but they represent a fundamental shift in the legal framework that underpins our country. Citizenship ceremonies also saw a change. For decades, new Canadians swore an oath of allegiance to Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of Canada. Her heirs and successors. Now, that oath is pledged to King Charles III, King of Canada, his heirs and successors. This is a significant moment for every new citizen, a direct personal connection to the new head of state. It's a powerful symbol of continuity. But the Queen's passing also reignited a national conversation that had been simmering for years. Should Canada remain a constitutional monarchy? Polling in late 2022 and 2023 showed a significant spike in Republican sentiment. People started asking, why do we have a foreign monarch as our head of state in the 21st century? This debate is complex. Proponents of the monarchy argue that it provides stability, a nonpartisan head of state, and a valuable link to our history and the Commonwealth. They point out that the crown costs each Canadian very little per year, and that the role of the Governor-General, the King's representative, is crucial for our parliamentary democracy. They say it's a system that works, so why change it? On the other hand, Republicans argue that having a hereditary monarch from another country is fundamentally undemocratic and a relic of colonialism. They believe Canada should have a Canadian head of state, someone chosen by Canadians for Canadians. They see it as the final step in our journey to full independence. This debate has become much more prominent in the last couple of years. We've seen more articles, more political discussions, and more grassroots movements on both sides. However, the path to becoming a republic is incredibly difficult. It would require a constitutional amendment, which means getting the consent of Parliament and all 10 provincial legislatures. That's a huge political hurdle, one that no government has been willing to tackle seriously just yet. So, for now, the debate continues, but the system remains. What about our relationship with the Commonwealth? The Queen was a passionate champion of the Commonwealth, and many saw her as the glue that held it all together. With King Charles as its new head, there were questions about its future. Several Caribbean nations have moved towards becoming republics. There was speculation that others, including Canada, might reconsider their roles. However, in 2025, Canada's commitment to the Commonwealth remains strong. Our government continues to participate actively, seeing it as a valuable network for diplomacy, trade, and cultural exchange with 55 other nations. King Charles has made a concerted effort to visit Commonwealth countries and has emphasized continuity and modernization. While the personal affection for the Queen might be irreplaceable, the institution itself has proven resilient. She visited Canada 22 times, more than any other country. Generations of Canadians grew up with her as a familiar presence on our stamps, our money, and in our national life. Her passing was a moment of collective grief and reflection. It made us think about our own history, our identity, and our place in the world. So here we are in 2025. The initial shock has passed, but the legacy of this transition is all around us. We see it on our coins, we hear it in our courts, and we feel it in our national conversations. The death of Queen Elizabeth II didn't just mark the end of a reign. It opened a new chapter for Canada. It's a chapter that is still being written. As we continue to define who we are and what our connection to the Crown will be in the years to come. What do you think? Has this transition been smooth, or has it raised important questions we need to answer? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this interesting, please give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into Canadian life. See you next time.